Good day, guys. It's your boy Rich Kid Mario, and today I want to talk about renting an apartment in Ghana as a Nigerian citizen. So, if you're relocating to Ghana, either for the purpose of education, maybe you want to go to Ghana for school, or you just want to relocate because you are a freelancer, or probably you want to have like a short stay for a job or something like that. So, today I want to let you know do's and don'ts and how you will rent an apartment in Ghana as a Nigerian citizen. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, please make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment. I reply to every comment. So we have like this interaction. Thank you, guys. So if you want to rent an apartment in Ghana, one thing you need to know is that rent compared to Nigeria, rent in Ghana is really expensive. It's pricey, especially if you want to move to Accra, if your school is in Accra. If you want to rent in other part of Ghana, like other regions like Cape Coast, whole Eastern region, Iburi and other places, rent could actually be lesser there. But I want to talk about Accra today because most people, when they are moving to Ghana, they move to Accra because Accra is the capital city. As a Nigerian, as a Nigerian, one thing you need to consider is that when you are moving to Ghana, you need to have a Ghanaian friend. You need to know somebody there that would actually help you get a house. Because first, in Ghana is different from Nigeria. In Ghana, if you want to rent an apartment, first you need to look for the apartment online. Quite alright. You can do that yourself. You might not need anybody to help you. If you go to gg.com.gh, you will find a lot of apartments in Ghana. But one thing I noticed is that these days Ghanaians don't like renting apartments to Nigerians. You should take note of this. Ghanaians don't like renting apartments to Nigerians. People, I did a survey and I asked a few people, why is it that Ghanaians don't some Ghanaians these days don't like to rent apartment to Nigerians? And one of the person that I asked, he's a Ghanaian. He said that um, he doesn't like renting to Nigerians because if he rents to a Nigerian, the Nigerian maybe if the Nigerian is renting only a one bedroom, and he asks the Nigerian, how many of you are gonna stay here? They always tell the landlord that it's just me and my family. That's maybe me and my wife or me and my sister or something. At the end of the day, they find out that the tenant has accommodated more than five people in the same one bedroom apartment that he said that it was only going to be him and his sister or him and his wife or him and his family. So for that reason, he doesn't like renting apartment to Nigerians. And also, I asked some few other people, and their reason was that some Nigerians are actually renting an apartment to do um, fraud, which is Yahoo Yahoo, and they turn the apartment to HK. HK is like headquarters for for fraud or for Yahoo guys. So what they do in HK, they rent a place, then they start employing people, like bringing boys to work for them, and the boss there will be the one to be feeding the boys and stuff like that. So his bitterness in his complaint is that when he find out when they rent a house to like a Yahoo person, he comes and then he brings more than 10 guys, and these 10 guys will occupy, maybe it's just a three-bedroom. You see three-bedroom with 10 different guys. And it's not like the 10 guys is the issue to them. But his complaint is that these 10 guys, you see some of them, they'll be smoking. Some of them will become nuisance to the community where they are. They'll be playing loud music. And especially when they cash out, uh, you know, they start, causing different problems in the community where they are. So they don't like, renting to Nigerians. Also, some others is that they don't take care of the place. Like they leave the place messy when they are moving out. The whole place is always scattered and stuff like that. After doing my research, these are some of the few reasons why some people don't like renting to Nigerians. Now, let me tell you my experience. I was looking for a two-bedroom apartment, so I went on Gigi, to search. So after going through like a lot of options, then I saw one at Kwabenya. So I called the number on the profile. And mind you, they posted this apartment like a week ago. So I called to ask if the apartment was still available because apartment in Accra are hot cake. And especially when the apartment is very nice and then the price is also, good, it doesn't actually last. People are always like running after apartments like that. So I called the number on the profile to ask if the apartment was available, and he told me yes. I was like, okay, can I come and inspect the apartment today? And he was like, yes, I can come. So he was asking me like, when will I like to, in what time will I like to inspect the apartment? So I told him like in 2 hours time I'll be coming to Kwabenya. He was like, okay. So in 2 hours time, I actually called my friend. She's a Ghanaian, and I'm a Ghanaian as well, but I have a Nigerian accent. So so I called my friend, and after 2 hours we left and we went to meet the guy. When we got there, we didn't say much. He just took us to the apartment. So we checked everything, and everything was okay. So while we were checking, I was asking him questions about the place, the environment, just to make sure the place is okay, you understand? Just to make sure that I'm not making a wrong decision, because it's always good to make inquiries about, apart places you want to rent, the environment and how calm it is and some other stuff. So while I was asking him, I was asking him, and I think he overheard my accent, and he probably thought that I was, Nigerian. So he just told us to excuse him, and he went out to make a call. After making a call, this guy all of a sudden just came back and said that they've taken the apartment. Ah, I was mad. I was like, at first, what do you mean they've taken the apartment? What do you mean the apartment is taken? Were you not the one who called me and he was like, yeah, his sister actually rented a place to another person. Somebody came earlier to pay for the place, but his sister did not inform him. I was so furious. I was so mad because I've been searching for apartments and it's been crazy. I've been spending too much money going around for transportation and everything. So it was really annoying. So I went off on him. I started like saying things. I started yelling at him. And then it got to a point, he got angry. He was upset. And then he started saying, yes, so this is the reason why he doesn't want to rent an apartment to a Nigerian. This is our behavior. This is this, that. But saying that's how you people will rent apartment to you people. You people mess up the place. You people bring boys inside. You people be doing Yahoo and all sort of things. So he started saying things, and me too, because I wanted to hear more. I want to know the reason why, like, he would act like that. I started saying things back to him, and I started like insulting him and stuff like that. So he kept on going and going and going, and he spilled everything out. He was talking about, Nigerians using the apartment for Yahoo, saying that Nigerians will rent the apartment and say they will be the only one to live inside. But at the end of the day, they bring, people from Nigeria to come and do Yahoo and stuff like that, turning the apartment to HK. And he complained about Nigerians smoking in the apartment and disturbing the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So, you know, this is one of my experience. So which is why I say that if you want to rent an apartment, you will definitely, or you might need a Ghanaian. You might need a Ghanaian, unless you have a landlord that maybe the landlord is not concerned about nationality. Maybe he doesn't discriminate. He's only concerned about his money. Because at the same time, Nigerians pay more money for apartments. When Nigerians go to Ghana, they don't even price. Once you just tell them, even though the cost of rent is more expensive in Ghana, when Nigerians from here go there, they don't even budget, they don't even price, they just pay. So they actually know Nigerians for that. So unless the landlord is only money conscious, yes, that way you might not need a, a Ghanaian friend. Now let me tell you where I'm staying currently. You know, how did I get a place? I noticed that previously, it was because of my accent. The guy didn't want to rent the apartment to me. So where I'm staying currently, I actually searched for the apartment online, and then I called the landlord. I spoke to him. Then when I went there to see him, what I just did is I just switched to my Ghanaian accent, and I was adding like a little Ghanaian language in it, because I cannot 100% speak the Ghanaian accent, because we definitely hear some words with some Nigerian accent. So I was throwing in the language, Ghanaian language in it. I was speaking Twi and Ewe and stuff like that. So he wasn't actually concerned, and he didn't notice that I had the Nigerian accent. So I didn't have any issue. He just rented a place for me. So there might be a possibility that if I had spoken like with a Nigerian accent, he might not have rented a place to me. You understand? So if you, as a Nigerian, if you want to rent an apartment in Ghana, you might need a Ghanaian friend. You might also, you just have to do everything to prove that you will not be a nuisance to the landlord or to the community. You understand? So that is just it. And let me even tell you, a friend of mine, has complained about renting an apartment in Ghana. There was a friend of mine that actually complained because she rented an apartment through her Ghanaian friend, and then at the end of the day, when the landlord found out that she was Nigerian, the landlord made mention that she regrets renting the apartment to a Nigerian. Like, I just don't understand this mentality. Well, all right, guys, if you are coming across my channel for the first time, make sure you subscribe, you like, you share this video, you share your opinion, your experiences. If you are a Nigerian living in Ghana, if you are a Nigerian and you've rented an apartment in Ghana, you share your experiences so that other people will see and learn. Then you share your opinion. Thank you, guys. It's your boy Rich Kid Mario once again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. I'll be bringing you more videos like this. I appreciate it.